Hello, 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 friends, Facebook friends, family. Good evening. Today is Tuesday, January 2nd, 2018. And I wanted to just pop on to give you some tips, some simple things that you can do to make this year different than the other years, to make a difference in how you perceived the new year. Some things that you can do, some really simple things. And if you notice, the title of my live today says New You Restoration versus Resolution. And that sounds hilarious to me, but I think for me, instead of saying a new year resolution, I wanted to say new you, restoration. That means to restore, to make better. And so, not that anything is wrong with the way you are, but everyone wants to be able to grow, wants to be able to thrive, want to go to the next step in life. And so, I just wanted to come on and just share a few things with you that I have utilized in my life that I think will help, right? So 2018, I'm sure if you look back at 2017, there were some great things that happened in your life, but also some things that you may have thought that you wanted to accomplish and you did not get the chance to accomplish it. Well, no big deal, because I just want to check out one thing here. I just want to. Okay, I was all by myself, speaking only to my lonesome. All right, so I fixed that. It was on only me, so I was only talking to myself. All right, so let me just start over. So for those of you who will watch this on the replay, I made a little boo-boo at the beginning because I was talking to myself. Hey, listen, hey, Sister Stacy, how are you? I could have just deleted that video, but I'm not. You know why? Things happen and we all make mistakes and we all mess up. And none of us are perfect, and I am not striving for perfection at all. I am just striving to be the best I can be. So I'm going to just start again and just tell you why I'm doing this live. So many times we talk about New Year resolution, but I don't believe in that because there's a quote I read today that says 80% of people who write a New Year resolution does not even, within the first 2 or 3 weeks, it's gone down the drain. So I titled this New You Restoration because everyone wants to grow, everyone wants to evolve, everyone wants to thrive, everyone wants to do something better than the year before because that means growth, right? So I think that when you say New You Restoration, it takes the pressure off of having to accomplish all these goals that you set for yourself at the beginning of the year. Instead, focus on you and how you can do or what you can do to be better, what you can do to grow, whether it's spiritually, whether it's health, whether it's from a relationship perspective, or if it is from your financial well-being. So what are some of the things that you can do to grow, right, from the different quadrants of life? Hey, Tandi, how are you, dear? Hi, Sister Crystal. How are you, sweetheart? So when I look at life as a whole, I look at, there's like 4 quadrants that kind of make up our lives. No matter who you are, as long as you are alive, these 4 things are going to affect your life. Hi, Dorothy. These 4 things are going to affect your life. So the number 1 is spirituality. Number 2 is relationship. Number 3 is health and wellness. And number 4 is finances. So it's going to affect us no matter who we are. Even if there are people out there that don't believe in God, then there is something that they do that allows them to be in this place of balance, whether it's just to meditate or it's to be one with the water or the sun or the earth or whatever it is, right? There is a level of spirituality in all of us, right? So one of the things I did was I created this little cheat sheet, and I hope you can see it, right? It's kind of like backwards because I'm showing it to you from my vantage point, so you might not be able to see it. But what I did was I wrote the 4 areas of life that affects us all. Why is there this little spot right here? Oh, it's a highlighter. So that's you right there, right? You are in the middle. And then you have spirituality, health, relationships here, and then finances. And all of these affects all of our lives, right? And here you are in the middle. Now, when you think about spirituality, you think about devotion, think about meditation, think about affirmations. This is all the things, that affects us from a spiritual perspective, right? Not religion, just the spirituality, just being one with your creator, right? This place that you go for peace, for guidance, for a sense of belonging, to worship, to praise, to give thanks, to give gratitude, to be grateful, right? And then when you look at relationship, right? Family, friends, your network, your business, that all is a part of relationship. And then in health, it is nutrition, right? Exercise, fun things that you can do for health and wellness. And then in finances, it's your money, the relationship you have with your money, whether you work and do something on the side. I call your job your investor, right? A lot of people that are parallelpreneurs, they have investors, which means they go to a 9-to-5 and they use that money to fund their business on the side. And then entrepreneurship for people that just do this full time, and saving, right? How you save, how you invest, and you are in the middle. Now, what I would suggest to you is that as you go through 2018, if you have a plan like this, you just need to figure out, what do I want to do? What one thing can I do in each of these quadrants to be better than the year before? Simple things, one simple thing that you can choose from each of these areas in our lives that can affect us. One thing. So instead of making this long resolution with all this stuff, just think about the 4 quadrants of your life. Hi, Twyla, how are you? Hey, Robert, it's great to see you. Happy New Year, my friend. Awesome to see you. And so what one thing can you do in each of these areas of your life that will make a difference? Right? And then you can choose one. So here are some options for you. You can choose to just say, all right, you know what? I'm going to work on my relationships for the month of January. And that's what I'm going to focus on. I'm going to focus on my relationship between my siblings, between my children, between my husband and I, between my friends, between my network. I'm going to meet some new people. I'm going to network. I'm going to, my business partner. What kind of relationship? How do I want to fix that? How can I grow if I just take one thing or do one thing differently where relationship is concerned that can make me a better person than I was last year? Or if it's finances, what is the one thing that you can do where finances is concerned that will allow you to be in a better position or in a better place than you were in 2017? And it could be as simple as, saving $5 a week, $1 for each week of the year. So week 1, you save $1. Week 2, you save $2. Week 3, you save $3. Week 4, and so on and so forth. Maybe that's the change. Maybe a change in your finances is having your credit report run from all 3 credit bureaus and take a look at it and see, what can I start to do to clean my credit up? Just one at a time. Don't do all of it at once, but what is the one change that I can make where my finances, where it can be a little, better, where my finances are concerned? And then in health, in your health, hey Claudette, how are you? And then in your health, it could be something as simple as cutting out meat. Or it could be something as simple as, switching out white rice for brown rice, or eating more vegetable, or incorporating fruits in your diet, or something as simple as walking 30 minutes, 5 days out of the week. So choose one thing from each of these quadrants that you can work on and make it super simple. Super simple. And when you think about it that way, the chances of you making a difference in yourself in terms of a restoration is that much greater for you to accomplish, instead of calling it a New Year's resolution. And the thing that I love about doing something as simple as this is that you can create a SMART action plan. And I'm not sure if you know what that means, but a SMART action plan is a way for you to have a goal and then specify how you want to accomplish that goal. And the word SMART really means something. So it's S-M-A-R-T. And S means to be specific, to be clear about what it is you want to do. So for me, if my finances is something that I want to work on, then I am going to be specific of what I truly want to focus on to make a difference in my finances. And it could be that I want to get a better, and I'm just saying this, not necessarily me, but just throwing it out there. I want to get a better credit score, but how am I going to do that? Right? Because for each thing that we identify that we want to do, there is a how. H-O-W. How am I going to accomplish that? And to accomplish that, you have to set goals to make them real. Have you ever gone to a vision board party and you see tons of people at this vision board party and they come up with this beautiful boards, and there's cruise ships, and there's Oprah on there, and there's Ellen DeGeneres on there, and there's these big fancy homes on there, and there is, airplane, and there's all these amazing, fabulous things on their vision board. And they leave those vision board events and they walk away without the how. How do you get there? How do you get from where you are to see Oprah? How do you get from where you are to go on a cruise? How do you get from where you are to getting that big giant home that you put on your vision board? So it's nice to have the vision, right? But don't make it so unrealistic that you can't accomplish it. You can't just go from where you are right now to the Oprah show. There has to be some kind of steps, right? Why do you want to go on the Oprah show? What do you have to talk about when you go on the Oprah show? How do you get there? So those things come into play. So I love that people are putting Oprah or Ellen on their vision board because they want to meet them or maybe want to go to their show. But how do you get there? There has to be a strategy, and there has to be steps put in place for you to get there. And that is why so many people fail when it comes on to New Year resolution, because you're looking at your vision board and like, oh my God, how am I get there? Because after this fabulous party with all the, the excitement and the fun of cutting out all these things and putting it on your board, nobody breaks down the how, right? So I want to share with you that the how is the SMART action plan. And it literally means SMART, S-M-A-R-T, right? So S is for specific, being clear. I would suggest, instead of trying to accomplish all of these things, to focus on one thing a month or one thing a quarter, right? So you have 4 quadrants. You have the finances, you have health and wellness, you have relationships, and you have spirituality. Right? So this is what the quadrants look like. And there is you right in the middle. And then the how is how you're going to get there. So implement SMART action plan. Be specific. Hey, Sister Gail, how are you? Great to see you. Happy New Year. Hey, Tommy Banks, great to have you join me. I appreciate that. So be clear in what it is. So if it's the one thing you're going to focus on for the month of January or for the first quarter, then, you know, be specific as to what it is that you want to accomplish. M means measurable, right? Can you measure what it is that you want to do, right? So to measure it, you may have to write, this is where I'm starting. Here are my plans. And in 1 month, I'm going to see if I made any improvements. Or in 2 months, I'm going to see if I made some improvements, right? And then give yourself a pat on the back for any accomplishments or improvements that you made versus those goals, right? The third thing in your SMART action plan is achievable. Is it something you can achieve, right? Going from here to the Oprah show, if I put Oprah on my vision map, would I really be able to achieve that in 2018? I think the answer is no. Because first of all, she don't have a show anymore. So then I would have to get on her Super Soul Sunday. And the way you get on her Super Soul Sunday is if you're doing some phenomenal things and you're getting international recognition, right? So I know I'm not there yet. So Oprah on my vision board might be 5 years from now, but not 2018, right? So you want to make sure that what you're putting on your vision board is stuff that you can achieve. And make the steps really small. Let me go back to the financial piece. If finances is what you have on your vision board that you want to make a difference, a change in your finances, right? And if you say, I want to improve my credit score. So the steps that you make is get your report from the credit bureau, look at the report, see if there's any erroneous things that's on your credit report that shouldn't be there. And you pick up the phone and you make that call and you get that cleared up. The next thing you may have to do is write a letter to a creditor to say, this is what happened, why I couldn't pay this on time, right? And when you get that response that, okay, this thing has been deleted from your credit report, give yourself a pat on the back for that. Right? But make sure what you want to accomplish is achievable. So you want to write it down and then you want to see the improvements that you have made. The fourth thing in the SMART action plan, is it relevant? Is it meaningful to you? Is what you want to do and accomplish meaningful? Me putting Oprah on my vision board for 2018 is not relevant at all. It's not relevant. It's not going to do anything to make me a better person this year. It's not going to do anything to restore who I want to be this year. So is it meaningful, right? Am I doing it for the right reasons? And if I am doing it for the right reasons, how can I have people in my space, in my corner, that's going to hold me accountable to that thing? Right? Because you can't do stuff on your own half of the time. Some things you can, and some you really need to have a community, a tribe, a group of people, or a few friends that will hold you accountable to the things that you want to accomplish. And then the last thing in your SMART action plan is time bound. How long is this going to take me to accomplish? And I'll tell you this, and I'm going to use the whole financial piece as an example. Your finances to get your credit score up is going to take months. It might even take the entire year. So make sure you're giving yourself enough time for you to accomplish that. Right? You might be able to get some responses from creditors that says, I remove these erroneous things that are on your credit report. That might take a 3-month period. That might take a 6-month period. Right? But at least you are winning. And as you start to make those improvements, I want you to give yourself a pat on the back for that. Right? So again, forget about the New Year's resolution. Throw that out the door. And if you go to a vision party this year or this month, you make sure the person that is facilitating the vision board party is sharing with you the how. To ask them, now that we're doing this vision board, how do I get there? How do I move from where I am in this moment and get to where I need to go with all of these pictures that I put on my board? There has to be a how, right? And let me tell you, if they don't share the SMART action plan with you, SMART, then you may want to rethink whose vision board party you go to the next time around. All right? Because you have to have specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound in place for you to accomplish your goal. Again, make it simple. Make it about you. Make it about the 4 quadrants in your life. Choose one section each month to make an improvement in yourself. And if it's relationship, is there any relationship right now that is holding you bound, that is holding you back? Do you need to forgive some people? Do you need to write a letter to someone to say, hey, this is how I felt and I want us to repair our relationship? What is it that you need to do so that the relationship piece in your life can feel great? You can feel good about it. If it's spirituality, what do you need to focus on, right? Do you need to do daily devotions? Do you need to do your affirmations? I love affirmations because I wake up in the morning and I tell myself, I am a king's kid with a royal status. I am royalty because my daddy is the king. And even through my trials, I can stand in the mirror and say that. Hi, Glennis. How are you? Hey, Hillette. Great to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing good with your coaching stuff. I'm going to be checking up on you. But, so I lost my train of thought. So let me get back there. Yeah. So even in the spiritual part of it, your devotion, what are you putting in your brain in the morning when you wake up? Right? How do you start your day? When you wake up every morning, do you grab for your cell phone and go to Facebook and go to Twitter and go to Instagram before you say, Father, I thank you for life, for another day, for the breath that's in my body? How do you start your day? Right? Do you play some music? Do you read the scripture? Do you pray? Or do you go on Facebook and do everything else? And then in the middle of the day, you say, Father, thank you for this day, right? So sometimes what is our priority? Feed your mind first with the positive things. Wake up, give your God the Father thanks for being around. Then you grab your phone and go to Facebook, right? So that's all I wanted to jump on and talk about, right? Is the simple things that you can do this year to restore who you are. Throw the whole resolution thing out the door. It don't even work, right? And here is the 4 areas of life. Everything falls within these 4 areas: spirituality, health and wellness, relationship, money. Everything falls here. Choose an area that you want to improve upon for this year. Implement the SMART action plans. Make it specific. Make sure you can measure it. Make sure it's achievable, it's attainable, it's something you can achieve. You don't want to set yourself up for failure, because if you can't achieve it, you're just going to throw it out and you're going to forget about it because you're going to be disappointed. Is it relevant? Is this something that I really want to do? Is this thing that I'm focusing on going to make me a better person? Is this thing going to take me from point A to point B? Is this thing going to take me from lack to increase? Is this thing going to take me from stuck to success? And then give yourself enough time to make it happen. I hope this was helpful. I hope that I inspired you to start restoring who you are, as opposed to coming up with a New Year's resolution. I hope that the SMART action plan helped you. And I'm hoping that, you can walk away tonight and just say, let me put something on paper of what I really want to accomplish. Hey, Karen, how are you, darling? So my name is Joan T. Randall. I am the founder and CEO of Joan T. Randall Enterprise and the Victorious You Foundation. I'm an author, speaker, life coach. You can follow me on all social media as Joan T. Randall. and I will talk to you soon. God bless you. Thank you for all of you who joined. And if you are watching the replay, I want you to take some notes and make sure that you are doing whatever you can to make you a better person in 2018. Get rid of the resolution and focus on the restoration. God bless you. Have a great night. Love you all. Bye.